and in person, in the flesh.
We're gonna take a walk, a sunset walk.
By the ice cold lake.
Yeah. So it's just not so ice cold today. It's not bad.
Come on.
Somebody's excited.
Yeah, because he knows there's critters everywhere.
Yeah, he loves to chase birds.
Hey! Higgins! Stay out of there! Goofy doggy.
Can you do the sandstorm dance?
Is there an official dance for it?
Yeah, the old man who was mowing his lawn.
He was getting down. I'm cold. My head is cold.
You just
I got a cold
colder
head.
than cold. Or cooler than cool. What does he say?
What's cooler than cool?
Ice cold. Hey, Pachyderm Homestead.
Pachyderm Homestead.
And then in parentheses it says Dwayne. So how come you're homesteading elephants nowadays? Come on, honey. Come on.
Is this the same Dwayne we know from Kentucky?
Yeah, it's the same. You can tell because it's the same color.
Oh. Is this Dwayne from Kentucky?
Pachyderm Dwayne. So, sorry, no ground fires or camping. And he says, my wife likes elephants. That's why he's Pachyderm Homestead. His mom loves giraffes and even has a whole room of giraffe stuff.
Hey, I got a fun fact to
What?
share. When I was a kid, one of my favorite Christian rock bands was two brothers, and their names were John and Dino, and their last name was Elefante. And their record label was Pachyderm Records. And
Baby bear, get over here.
And their band was called Mastodon.
That's cool.
How awesome is that? Higgins, come! Higgins! Come!
Higgins, come here.
Come.
I'm going to put you on that leash.
Come!
Come.
Hey, come right now! Come!
I guess I better go put him on the leash.
Higgins, come!
Now.
He's coming.
Come now. Oh no, I'm going to have to be the children of the corn.
Higgins, come!
Come
Come!
now. Hurry up. Comes the little tiger in the jungle.
Here, I'll walk him.
Okay.
Come on!
Come.
Come!
Naughty boy.
Sit. Sit.
Did you know that giraffes have 13 vertebrae just like we do? Oh, really? Guess their vertebrae is a lot bigger than ours. And I heard that they have special shutoff valves for their blood that goes to their neck so that when they take a drink of water and their head goes all the way down beyond their body, that their brains don't explode from the pressure of the blood. So they have special shutoff valves to their brains when they go take a drink of water.
So when they go take a drink, are they really stupid?
Maybe. They have no blood flow to the brain. There's that naughty puppy. And there's that naughty husband. Pretty good weather. It's not too muddy out here. I thought it was going to be super muddy.
So what's new in Kentucky?
Said no head rush from drinking. Oh boy. Yeah, how's the weather in Kentucky?
In Kansas, it's getting nicer, as you can see.
Yeah.
It's 50 degrees today.
It's supposed to be freezing down in Texas.
I think it's getting thawed out now.
Yeah.
I believe. I'm not sure.
It says warming up. The wind was still cold. Well, we're just trying to get a little bit exercise while we can on a Sunday. So that we can go back to our 9 to 5s on Monday, right?
Yep. We're happy too because we got Arby's today.
Yeah.
With some fun friends from church.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun.
Even though to get Arby's we have to drive half an hour. It's worth it. We love us some Arby's.
The closest Arby's is in
Shooting the birds.
Concordia. And that's where they have all these fun looking houses. So we drove around the houses and videoed them. They're all different styles, like each one of them.
Yeah, very unique.
But however, so they're all different styles, but they're all built around the same time. Like within a period of 40 years. It was like back in the turn of the century till like 1940 they were built. So they have all these beautiful styles.
Yeah.
And it's weird that you get a group of people that all likes different styles all together in the same community.
Yeah, in the middle of Kansas.
Yeah. In Kansas where they don't like things that are different. Except if you live in Concordia, I guess. He says we have to drive about a half an hour to eat anywhere. Oh, that's sad. We would not put up with that.
Well, we have to drive in half an hour to get really good food. We've got a few restaurants in town. There's a couple good ones, but not a lot of variety. For any variety, actually for real variety, we got to drive almost an hour and a half.
Yeah, Salina's got everything.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like the Eugene of Kansas. It's the Eugene, Oregon of Kansas.
That doesn't mean anything to somebody that hasn't lived in Oregon.
Well, Eugene has a lot of variety.
Yeah, they have real good variety.
Look at that hawk. It's chasing the little birds. Man, birds just don't stand a chance around here. They get shot.
Can you handle the doggy for a second?
Yeah.
I brought my camera.
They get shot or they get eaten by hawks.
I don't know if he's going to pop back out or not.
All the birds are grounding so that they don't get caught by the hawk. Or they get eaten or shot or chased by the dog. There's lots of hawks around our house, so I listen for the sound of little birdies and see them hopping along the ground to know that it's okay to let the kitty cat out or not.
Let the kitty cat out of the bag.
Yeah. So maybe I could zoom in and I could show you guys all these little birdies here. See, they're all on those trees. They're trying to hide from a hawk. Yeah. Baby Bear will go get the hawk. He says there are a couple of delis and one restaurant that may or may not be open about 15 minutes away. Yeah, may or may not be open.
Like
yeah. Open by chance.
Look at all these little fellas.
Yeah. You guys just all band together and attack the hawk. can do it. Oh, they're making a run for it. Some of them are anyway.
The hawk is somewhere down here in the grass.
Yeah. Find the hawk. Find the hawk.
I was hoping to get him lifting out. He might be hiding from us now.
Yeah. Okay. Zoom back out if I can. There we go.
This is so cool. I can get right in.
Yeah. Yeah, that little white camera is like the best
this.
zoom in the world.
Look.
Zoom on your shoulder.
Look at all those birds. Quick off, everybody. Here, see if I can scare them off. Bang, bang!
Some of them wouldn't be scared. They won't fly away. You said, this is our tree. We're not leaving. So one tree in Kansas, we're not leaving it. Okay, we'll continue on down towards the lake.
Okay, I'll take him back.
Okay. He's pulling quite a bit today. I think it's that little orange leash that kind of cinches.
Chokes him a little.
Yeah. So what did you learn at church today?
I learned to stay awake in church. Just kidding. What did I learn from
What did he talk about?
Pastor Jack Hibbs? He was talking about going through trials and getting torched by a blowtorch.
Yeah.
And he was pointing out that God will allow you to have trials, but he won't tempt you. Did you ever think of the irony of the Lord's Prayer when he says, you're praying to God and Jesus says, lead us not into temptation?
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Isn't that strange that he would ask God not to lead him into temptation?
Yes.
Like, that's just such a
Well,
curiosity
he's
for me.
partly man, you know.
I know, but why would he think that God would lead him into temptation? I don't.
Dwayne
Especially
says
when he is God.
KFC, LG, LJS. What's LJS? Long John Silver's? Arby's, McDonald's,
Probably.
Applebee's, and Cracker Barrel are half an hour away. Everything else is farther.
Well, those are some pretty good options.
Well,
Especially
Jesus was tempted 40 days and...
by the devil.
Yeah.
Especially Applebee's on a date night.
Hi, Miss Southern Belle. How
Hey,
you
Miss
doing?
Southern Belle, welcome to Kansas. We're here at Wakanda Lake.
Yep.
The beautiful, lovely Wakanda Lake that used to be Wakanda Springs.
Then they
It was
flooded it.
It was a natural occurring springs that was supposed to be highly touted for its medicinal purposes. People came from far and wide to dip in the springs. But the U.S. Army dammed it up, and now it's a lake. So somewhere deep down under the lake is a natural springs, which feeds the lake. Now it's a giant reservoir. It's probably like 10 miles long, I would guess.
Miss Bell says, hope you are all doing well this evening.
We are doing good.
Hope you're doing well as well.
We're doing good.
Well as well.
We're happy to have 50-degree weather, although now it's probably down in the 40s and dropping because the sun's going down.
Yeah, I should have tucked my gloves. I don't know what I didn't.
Yeah. Well, when we left our house, it was a bit warmer. But the sun is going down. Oh, let's show them the sunset. The sun is setting on the horizon.
5, 4,
Not that
3, 2, 1.
What state is Southern Belle from?
I bet it's not a northern state. Haha.
Is it going to be Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, or Florida?
the proving ground, he shortened it. The proving ground says beautiful out tonight, isn't it?
It
It is.
Hey, nice to see you, Mr. Eric.
Where are you? Are
He's
you
down in southeast Kansas.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what city, but somewhere down there.
Yeah, we are enjoying the warmer temperatures today.
Thank God. Eric doesn't like warm temperatures. He's one of those ice bath dipper guys. He likes the ice cold showers and the bath. I was watching a little video of Joe Rogan getting into an ice bath, like full of ice.
Why?
And it just, because he was talking about the health benefits of it. Just watching it gave me chills. I was like, I couldn't watch I was like, I can't watch this anymore.
Peterson says, "What's up, mud puppies?"
That's us.
Southern Belle is sharing us out on Facebook, and she says she doesn't know how much power she has. Well, more people come into the chat since you've been here, so you must have the powers. And Eric's in El Dorado, or
El Dorado.
El Dorado, how they say in Kansas.
Eric, tell us why the Kansans can't pronounce that word correctly. The whole world knows it's El Dorado. It's a Spanish word.
And Southern Belle says that she's from Georgia.
Georgia.
We like Georgia. I liked.
Look, there's the hawk again.
Oh, Hawk is hunting the little
Chasing the
sparrows.
little bird.
I liked Atlanta. Not Atlanta. Atlanta had a lot of traffic, but I liked Savannah. That was really pretty. And then Eric says, "Oh no, I hate the cold."
So why do you force yourself to take ice cold showers?
Because he wants to constrict his blood vessels and give himself a heart attack.
There's got to be a better way.
Belle says, "I live in Georgia, Marietta."
Oh, okay. I've heard of that.
And then Eric says, "I have no idea why they say it that way."
Because it's Kansas.
Dwayne also hates driving through Atlanta. Yeah, we went through Atlanta in the middle of the night.
Oh, and there was so much traffic.
Yeah, it was nuts.
Then we stopped at a little truck stop to get some snacks and fuel up. And the place was packed at like 11 or 12 at night. Just tons of people were like, what are these people all doing in the middle of the night? Don't they sleep in Atlanta?
Eric immerses himself in freezing cold water because he hates it. Then you know that you're still alive because you still feel pain.
Yeah, I occasionally will do the cold shower thing, but all I can do is maybe like 20 seconds. And I don't do it like on the full level of cold. I just do like slightly uncomfortable cold.
I heard...
Oh, look at all the geese. Or maybe don't look, you might get pooped
Get
on.
bombarded. I think those are ducks, huh?
Oh, are they?
Yeah. I heard that when you get older like me, but you want your hair to still look good,
Yeah.
you douse it with the cold water at the end of the shower so that the follicles will stick back up and then you'll have nice shiny hair.
Nice.
Yeah, everybody's saying Atlanta's nuts. And then Dwayne says, they say that New York City is the city that never sleeps, but Atlanta doesn't either. Yeah, that's for sure. Atlanta airport feeds the homeless, Belle says. Oh,
If you feed them, they will come.
yep. Eric says after 45 seconds, you realize it won't kill you. That's good.
Oh,
Whoa.
startled me.
The starling startled us. All the New Yorkers come here to Georgia. Oh, yeah, I know there's a mass exodus out of New York City, that's for sure.
One of my good childhood buddies is in Georgia right now, but that's not by choice. He is in the Army.
He's in the Army now.
Yep, and he's getting near retirement. You know, he's...
Oh my goodness, you've become Kansified. He's a getting near return.
And he actually they just stationed him in Kansas for just like a few months. He thought he was going to be in Kansas for a while, and I was all excited. I was like, hey, one of my childhood buddies is, semi-local. And we got together and hung out one time. And then I am trying to get together with him again, and I find out, oh, he just got reassigned. He's moving to Georgia. So I only got to see him one time.
Dwayne is cussing at us or something. He just retracted his message. He says, Craig, go dive in the lake and you won't have to take a cold shower.
Yeah, I'll just be freezing for half an hour until I get home.
I think more than that, because the lake is still a bit iced over.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be pretty darn cold.
Southern says, how many miles are you guys walking? About 2.
Probably just a mile or 2 today.
Yeah.
We usually do a 2-mile walk every day. Well, in this cold winter, we haven't been as faithful as usual. We usually try to do it almost every day, but now it's been more like 2 or 3 a week. Because some days are just too miserable, and if that wind gets a blowing, then
blowing.
Then yeah, we don't go for a walk because that wind will whip you in the face, and it's cold.
You can tell we're getting close to the water because it's getting sandier.
We are not as tough as Eric.
No.
Yeah, we like the new name, Eric. We like the new shortened name.
Or you could have really gone for it and made it extra long. Do you use the step counter?
No.
Nah, we're not high tech like that.
Well, we know how long we walk because in Kansas, well, like when we go to the lake, we're not exactly sure how much we walk, but we usually walk around our house, and every road is exactly a mile till the next road because, they're all farm roads. So we just walk 1 mile and then back.
Little baby's getting tangled.
He's all right. He'll survive. So it's usually a 2-mile walk. Occasionally we've circled the whole block, which is 4 miles. But I think I've done that like 3 times.
You know something bad about the Fitbit? It's the people that use those tend to gain weight after getting one of those.
Really?
Yeah. So that's not a good option if you want to lose some. Oh, Jack Gallman says hello from Marion, North Carolina.
Hey, Jack. Welcome into the chat, and thanks for telling us where you're coming from.
So you may be from the beautiful Atlantic Ocean, but we got a lake. So take that.
The beautiful Wakanda Lake.
He says that Miss Southern Belle sent him.
Oh.
Well, thank you for coming over here. And thank you, Miss Belle.
We had some hunters stay with us weren't they from North or were they South Carolina?
I think they're from North
Carolina. And
they introduced us. Sky?
They introduced us to their hunting dog. It was a breed specific to North Carolina, so you probably know what that is. I can't remember.
Yeah, it was some sort of spaniel.
Yeah, I think they were bred in North Carolina for hunting. It was a really
cute dog. I guess we're at the end of the road because it's muddy. Too muddy for us. What do you say? You think it's time to go back?
Yeah, let's head back.
Okay.
It's everything is muddy in Kansas because we had pretty good amount of snow a few weeks ago, and it's been cold, so the snow's been hanging out, but we've had now about a week of days where it gets above freezing. So all the snow has been melting for a week, slowly, and just creating lots of mud.
So there's the airplane up there, and you can see as sunset comes, like all the crisscrossing jet trails that they leave. There's quite a lot of air traffic over Kansas.
Yeah, in fact, all of these clouds, these are all chemtrails. None of them are clouds. You can see they're straight lines and then they dissipate.
Yeah.
They're marring up our sky.
That's okay. I like to watch the airplanes. And it just flies over. Yep, that's true. It doesn't stop here.
Nothing to see here, folks.
They just
Move along.
shove the passengers out the door if they want to end up in Kansas. Kansas, the flyover state. Peterson says, you're a flyover state.
Hey, you watch it there, buddy. How ironic that we're a flyover state when we're actually Kansas is one of the pioneer places of flight.
Yeah, that's what Eric's saying right now.
Yeah, Wichita is one of the big historical places where they built planes and tested planes and stuff.
I guess Craig agrees with you, Eric.
Yep.
And Miss Bell says, you guys ever do any metal detecting? Oh, that would be a good one to take up around here.
Yeah, I've been saying that we should, because we live in a house that's over 100 years old. I think it's like 150 years old, just about. And it used to be a, what do you call it?
Oh, he's got something in his mouth. I don't know what he has in his mouth. What do you got in your mouth, honey?
Let it go.
Hey, drop it.
Drop it. Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it.
Leave it. That's like a fish bone.
Leave it.
I'll take a tissue.
Leave it.
I'll take a tissue and get it from his mouth.
Leave it. Leave it.
Here's a tissue if you want to grab it.
I don't want to. Just keep.
Okay.
Leave it.
Okay, he'll get him to leave the fish head.
Leave it.
Cessna, Boeing, Learjet, everyone who builds planes is in Wichita. He's giving you guys a gift. Yeah.
You got to do what I tell you.
Oh. Oh, he's upset because he wants his little fish head.
Yeah, that was gross.
Hey, when he says let go, you let go. Now he's fully recovered. And Miss Bell says that the sky is stunning.
Yeah, we get some gorgeous skies out here. The awesome thing is that you get 180 degrees, especially out here on the plains. You get 180 degrees of sky.
She says, drop it. And
well, he was taught to leave it when we tell him, but sometimes he's really ornery.
Yeah, he's been ornery since he's on drugs. That's the look of a dog on drugs. Eric says our dogs got a vole the other day. Poor little guy. Oh yeah, those things are so cute. That makes me sad when they get killed. Our cat used to kill voles all the time in Oregon.
Yep.
So Dwayne says, I can't remember the aircraft company name that I helped put in a conveyor system for in Wichita. Oh, that's awesome. Belle says, I was picking up lunch for you guys. Yeah, we could have made a nice fish stew out of that.
Oh, here he was being thoughtful of us, and I thought he was being ornery.
He's such a whiny little dog. He doesn't have a well, it's weird because when he's playing, he'll injure himself because he does have a high pain threshold, but he is awful whiny. Like he'll whine when he doesn't get his way or when he wants food or something. He's a conundrum. Eric says, non-seafood. Don't get a lot of seafood out here. Not the fresh kind, anyway.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that have seafood, but I'm always a little skeptical about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing I miss about Oregon is the seafood at the coast.
Oh,
so good.
Yep, we got great seafood out there.
Yep. The crabbies.
Good clam chowder.
Yep. Clam chowder, crabbies, and the fish and chips. And the salmon's supposed to be real good out there, but it's too good for you, you know. I don't like it.
I just like smoked salmon. Love me some smoked salmon omelet.
Dwayne says, anyone want a killer rabid Cujo dog? Says that we have one that killed most of our chickens and got 3 of the 5 piglets that were born yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
you gotta
We
get rid of that.
we had to get rid of a dog. It wasn't mean in nature, but it liked to play a lot, and it like pulled a bunch of the feathers of our turkey.
And it
And you know,
caused him serious trauma.
yeah, turkeys can go into any bird goes into shock real easy, so it could have killed it, but it didn't. But we got rid of that little puppy. He's
Yeah.
going to the pound in the morning. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's so terrible.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can find the right scenario for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we found a good home for. We had to pass 2 dogs along because we had 2 dogs in a row. After we had 2 old dogs that died. They were both with us for, man, I had them for over 10 years each. I think one ended up being like 16, 17 years old. And we had a Weimaraner. I think he died when he was about 12 or 13, something like that.
Yeah, they're
And
both.
they were both super gentle with the animals.
Yeah, well, Zippy was a little dog, so little
Yeah.
dog couldn't do anything anyway.
So when they both died within a few months of each other. So then it was time to get a new farm dog, because we used to live on a little farm. And we had 2 dogs in a row that showed aggression to the animals. And we found them good homes, though. We just told the people they can't be around animals because they will be aggressive.
I was real disappointed at the one. We got a mini healer, and he was so well trained. I was disappointed that he could not be taught not to be aggressive towards the donkey. So we had to get rid of him because the donkey was my little baby, you know.
Oh, yeah.
And he wasn't aggressive towards our cat, so that was good. I was disappointed because he was a real sweet little booger.
But yeah, there was an elderly couple that adopted him, and they were super happy to get him. So it all worked out.
Yeah. Dwayne says the pound is no kill, so eventually finding him a good home, you know, with no other animals.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Come on.
Says he's friendly towards people. So. Yeah, it's just a home where there's no other animals. Yeah, it's kind of weird, like the attitude towards dogs in the Northwest, because there was a person who had like a poodle or something like that, one of those really smart dogs, and it killed a sheep one time. And then I said to the lady telling me the story, oh, well, I bet they got rid of that dog. And she said, oh, no, I'm not going to get rid of a good dog.
That's not a good dog.
No.
Just waiting for more problems to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, animals are not as domestic, I guess, as we think all the time.
Yeah.
It was so cute. I watched this little Chinese video of a little, I guess a little Pomeranian dog, and they were playing the video of the howling wolves to it, and it was so cute. It was going, oh, you know, it's so precious. It's like, I just wrote a comment on there like, wow, there's still some wolf left in there. That's amazing.
Yeah, when we had our 2 dogs. So one was a big, beautiful, muscular Weimaraner. Another was some sort of little mixed dog. It looked kind of like a Jack Russell mixed with a Chihuahua or something. And it was so funny because when an ambulance would go by, you know, they would both howl. And so we had the Weimaraner with this big, beautiful, he'd tilt his head back and ooh, and then the little dog would tilt his head back and it'd be like, this little like high-pitched squeal. But he had the look like he was a full wolf.
Yep.
And we would just laugh and laugh at him. It's so funny.
I have a fun fact. So all Japanese dogs, like he's half Shiba Inu, They all look about the same. They don't have the variety that we do. And their ancestor is a Japanese wolf, which apparently is totally different from the North American wolf where we get a lot of our different canines.
Huh.
Yeah. So he's different. He's not an American.
Yep. Plus, he's half healer, so he's got a little dingo in there. Not inside of him. He didn't eat a dingo.
And dingoes are different than wild dogs. They're a different thing.
Huh.
I guess
But-
it's illegal to hunt a dingo, but not illegal to hunt wild dogs.
And don't leave your baby near them.
Yeah, a dingo.
'Cause the
Ate my
dingo
baby.
will eat your baby.
We stayed out too late. My little fingers are getting cold.
Yeah. Once that sun drops, the temps drop pretty quick.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still having freezing overnight, but at least it's warming up in the daytime.
Doug's really curious about the sounds of the highway. What's going on? Is your dog here legally? I don't know. It's Japanese and Australian. I don't know. And maybe not because we bought him from a very shady place.
Very shady lady.
Yep.
But he's been a pretty good dog overall.
We got him from this lady, and they were selling them for like $300, which was ridiculously low for a Shiba, because Shibas were really popular on the West Coast, so they were going for like $1,200 a pup. Even the mixed.
Yeah.
And so he was a mixed, and he was only $300. And so we decided, we didn't get him at first. We got one of his sisters, and then she had a real tough time at night. She would yelp all night long. So we figured we better go get the other ones. They're so cheap, and we could just resell them. So we got another sister and him, and we had a lot of fun when they were all together. They were a bunch of fun. And then we just sold them. We sold them for $800.
Yep.
So we got this one for free.
Yeah, and selling them at that price, we had people fighting over them. We had
Oh,
so
yeah.
many calls that people wanted them, and we would just say, well, the first person that comes with the money, and we had one guy.
Well, it
calling,
really
he was
wasn't.
angry 'cause
It
he thought-
really wasn't that way though, because we got some weirdos that wanted them.
Yeah,
So.
yeah, we were gonna make sure it went to a good family that would take care of it, that looked like they were interested.
Yeah.
And yeah, one guy was really bizarre, so we didn't really get back to him. And then he was angry, like, I thought I was getting the dog. We're like, no, we didn't promise it to anybody. But anyway, that was during the pandemic. And during the pandemic, everybody was adopting pets, which was really sad, because then when the pandemic kind of ended, like the shelters I heard all over the country had a huge influx of dogs. People just wanted them with their boredom and loneliness, and then when they went back to work, they would just get rid of them.
Dwayne says my wife's Morkie she paid $900 for.
Morkie, what's
It's
that?
maybe Maltese Yorkie.
Yeah, you're probably right. That'd be a good
But-
mix.
Yeah, a nice little bitty dog.
Yeah.
That's not a bad price. Yeah, even 800 was considered a bargain as well.
Right. Like something larger than
It's weird, in different parts of the country they put a high price on different things. Like out here, furniture costs a lot of money, and back but like dogs don't cost too much money out here, I don't think.
No.
And then out west, the dog will cost a lot and furniture will be dirt cheap.
Yeah, I've seen purebred dogs out here for like $500-600.
Yeah.
On the West Coast, any dog that's purebred is usually going to be upwards of $1,000, and sometimes $2,000 or $3,000 if it's a really sought after breed.
You gotta keep up with the trends out on the West Coast. I guess the Shiba Inu was one of those trends, but it was really a blessing that we got a mixed breed because the Shiba all by itself is a very snooty dog that sometimes minds, but a lot of times doesn't, and is a runner, will take off on you. But this one, he's a pretty good boy.
Yeah, he doesn't run off. We let him outside a lot, and he doesn't have a fence. But he stays around the house.
Dwayne sounds bitter though. He says 900 for a breed not recognized by any kennel.
Really?
Well, it's different these days. These days they're into mixes, especially mixes with a poodle.
Yep. Because that makes it hypoallergenic.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard a fun fact about cats. You know how when people are allergic to cats, I can't remember the whole story, but you know they think they're allergic to the fur, but it's not.
It's the spit.
Yeah, that's right. It's the saliva, but the cats, you know, lick themselves so they're covered in it. So when people touch them, that's why they have allergic reactions. But it's not the fur. I always thought it was the fur.
But if you get a furless, then it's not going to lick itself, right? So is that the difference?
I don't know. Maybe, yeah, maybe they don't lick themselves because they don't need to.
Dwayne says it's a pretty sunset.
Well, thank you, Dwayne. I made it just for you.
I heard something in the bushes. Bushes of love.
Yeah, people ask like if we miss the mountains, because the mountains are beautiful out on the West Coast. And I like to say that the sky is our mountains, because when you have lots of mountains, you just have little skies. You know, the sky, you don't see much of the sky.
No, wait. You should say, I like to say the sky is the mountains, because that makes no sense and they're not similar in any manner. So I like to confuse people.
There you go. But yeah, I mean, we've never experienced skies like you get out here because it's so expansive that there's always like some beautiful thing going on. And the storm watching is amazing out here.
Amazing.
Oh, it's so beautiful to watch a storm, you know, off on the horizon. Not when it's over top of you, but you can watch the storms out across the plains, and it's very, very beautiful.
Jane says that the Yorkie and Maltese have hair, not fur, so they're good for the allergic people.
Oh, okay. Hey, I'm gonna
Hey!
leave it. I'll tell y'all a fun allergy story.
Ooh, fun!
Since we're talking about allergies tonight. So, they found that, what was it? There's something, it's not the peanut. Everybody knows about peanut allergies. You remember this story, right? There was something they discovered, like, oh, it was sesame seeds. Or was it poppy seeds?
No, you're right.
Sesame seeds. So they've discovered that there's an allergy that people have to sesame seeds. And so there's a lot of facilities that process sesame seeds and they process other foods. So they would have to put these big warnings on their products, you know, like may contain sesame seeds, and then they had to go through like all these special processes and stuff. So the companies decided it would be easier and cheaper to just add a little bit of sesame seeds to all of their products. No, this is no joke. So then they could just list it as an ingredient, contains sesame seeds. Bam, done. They don't have to go through like any government rigmarole or have big explanations on the package. They would just sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds on everything they sold.
So now people allergic to sesame seeds are out of luck.
So they're basically saying, hey, government, you're going to make this so hard? Fine, the people that have sesame allergies just don't get our product. But I guess it's a pretty small amount of people that have that allergy. Oh, I'm freezing. Oh, look at the moon. Show them the moon. Zoom in on that.
Wow.
Look at that beautiful moon behind the clouds. It looks so spooky. I think it's going to be a full tonight. I think it's a full moon.
That sounds about right, because we're out. There's our little truck by the lake.
That's the corn-fed
Corn-fed mobile.
Corn-fed mobile. Show them our license plate and our stickers.
Is corn-fed.
Just in case they haven't seen them. You guys got to see our license plate. There's a chance we may move to another state.
I don't really want to show them our license plate.
Why?
Because that's personal information.
No, it's not. There's a picture of it on our YouTube page.
Yeah, but it's different. So.
No, it's not.
Yes,
really.
it is. It is.
The space. No, we have the new one on there too. It's in that video, our closing video on a bunch of our videos.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay.
I don't understand why people like your license plate's out in public all the time.
I don't know. I don't want Dwayne knowing anything about us.
I just hope that if we move to another state, that we're able to get the same plate.
Maybe.
So here's the corn-fed mobile.
Maybe we could get a better one in a different state.
Corn-fed.
It's corn-fed life all over it.
So we got corn-fed all over it. I don't know that it has ever brought us in a subscriber, but maybe.
Just curiosity, though. People will say, like, I was wondering what that was all about.
Oh, can you open it?
So there's the final look at the beautiful sunset along Wakanda Lake. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate it.
God bless.